Hey YouTubers, Raven here. Uh, um, this is a review for Once Upon a Time Season 5, Episode 13. I believe I got those numbers right. I know this is 2 weeks late, but stuff happened and I wasn't able to get it up that weekend, and Starfire wasn't she wasn't in town that weekend or last weekend, which is why I'll be doing a review for last week's as well by myself, trying to get that up. And but this week things should be back on track. So basically, you guys not having a review for the last 2 weeks is on me. I'm sorry. Just things happened and I wasn't able to get to it. I hope you all understand and that you support us for the rest of the time that we're doing Once Upon a Time. So for now, let's get to the show. Don't know the name of it because that's Starfire's thing. She knows the name of the show, of the episodes specifically, and I don't. But this one had Hercules in it, and if you guys remember the review I did before, I was like, why would Hercules be dead? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But, so I was kind of going on like that and, like, saying, I don't know, like, something maybe, like, he went there to save Meg or something, but then we find out he died shortly after he met Snow White, who he was friends with, and I think he was her first kiss, which is kind of, like, I mean, she's got bragging rights now, man, like, yeah, my first kiss, David, my first kiss, I kissed a demigod, like, I know you're my husband now, but you can't hold up to that. You just can't. No, he's gonna be the best kisser I've ever. He's best kiss ever. That one, because it was him, and but yeah, like I was kind of like surprised at how they like hit it off, but at the same time I wasn't because, well, it's fairy tale stuff, and even though they're mixing a lot of stuff, like, I don't know, I kind of just saw it coming, but I was happy, even though I saw it coming. Now the stuff with Hook, I was like, oh damn, he's like down in the thing, and I figured that what she was talking about was like Cerberus at the beginning, like when she was like mentioning you don't want to, the Meg, but we didn't know it was Meg. That you don't want to see what's guarding this place and blah 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 blah, and I was like, okay, like, it's probably just like a hellhound is the dog, it's Cerberus, I mean, that's what guards hell in the myths, so Cerberus, the three-headed dog, I mean, unless you're watching Harry Potter, the three-headed dog guards hell, not a stone. Semantics. But yeah, so I don't really but I think they did a decent job with Cerberus, with his graphics, like how they rendered him. Why is my hair sticking up like that? Anyways, sorry. How they rendered him and stuff, like how it all came together. It looks really good. I mean, I've seen better on shows on TV, but like it was pretty good for Once Upon a Time. Like, yeah. You can tell that they put more of their budget into that than they usually do, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, like, I never thought that like Hercules would have died to Cerberus, but he did. It's not something I would have thought about or anything, but it was pretty interesting. I loved the story of how Hercules taught Snow White, and how you got to see her like become this hero and like the beginnings of it. But what I don't like is that it happened over the course of 2 days. Like, I'm gonna become an expert with a bow in 2 days, and I'm gonna scare off a bunch of thugs in 2 days. Like, no. Like, when I first started shooting like a bow and arrow, I couldn't hit the target my first day and a half, my first 2 days. Like, no, it didn't work. I mean, I might have hit the target, but it was like the furthest edge. It was like almost missing it, or just the hair over, or something. So I'm just like, I don't, what, like, So, like, that part was a little, but they do that a lot with Once Upon a Time, so I was like, oh, well, it's Once Upon a Time. But, yeah. I actually enjoyed this episode more than I thought I would. Probably mainly for the fact that, like, snow. I mean, even though this whole story arc is supposed to be about how Emma gets Hook back and, like, whatever, or at least helps him cross over. Whew, I'm sorry, I haven't been sleeping well. I'm just like, this episode was all about snow, and I loved it. Like, there is the old type of flashbacks. We got to go to the forest again, and it felt like the beginning when things were good, and I liked it. It was nostalgia, I guess. I don't know, but just going back to those times when they were in the Enchanted Forest, whether they were kids or older, it doesn't matter. I mean, it still touches that part of me that longs for the days before, like, Hook, when they were still having flashbacks to everything, and yeah. I really liked. I know I just said it like a bajillion times, but I really did like this episode. I mean, yeah, there were parts where it was lacking and everything. Like the whole Cruella thing to Henry was just like, eh. Like, I was like, she could have played it off better. Like, some of it felt a little over the top to me, but yeah. But back to the Snow White thing. Like, this was totally her episode, and I loved it. The fact that it was her journey, it showed us how far she'd come and then how far she regressed. As well, it, like, I don't know if it's emotionally or probably a lot of it's mentally, but sometimes mental and emotional are two in the same. Well, not exactly two in the same, but like, you guys know. But yeah, so she's just like, well, I'm Mary Margaret and I'm Snow White, but I'm gonna be Mary Margaret because I live in Storybrooke, and this isn't the woods where I can climb trees and shoot at animals for dinner. Like, I mean, she could go do that. The woods are right outside. They're right out. They're in part of Storybrooke, so go. But like, she lost who she was because she spent so long being Mary Margaret. But like, when she finally when they took back over after she was, because okay. I think the turning point for Snow White, when she started becoming only Mary Margaret, was when she came back from the Enchanted Forest with Emma, when they had gone there. And the first time we met Hook and everything. During that stretch, it was after that, when she came back, that she became Mary Margaret. She didn't really do much after that. You didn't really see her with the bow and arrow or the sword or anything after that. It was all like charming, trying to be cool, and dealing with the loss of his manhood or whatever. I don't really care because I don't like him, and you guys know that. But so we lost Snow for so long, and to see that she wants to be that person again, and that she realizes that she lost that, it was amazing. I'm just like, I'm going to get the old Snow back. Like, I want it so bad. And for you guys who are watching this after already seeing last week's episode and then this weekend's episode, like, you guys know if what I'm hoping comes true. And I will probably find out later tonight when I watch last week's episode, and then maybe do a review for it tonight. So you could watch for that. There might be 2 of these going up. This one and the next one. Dun dun dun. 2. Oh, I'm hyper and I don't know why. But yeah. So we got all this going on. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting like the new Snow. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm confused about the... Okay, I'm jumping from Snow, and I'm going back to Henry and Cruella. I know I'm all jumbled up here, but you guys know how we do here. But the Henry thing with the pen and the snapping, and no, it was a living thing, and you killed it. Now Henry's a murderer too? Like, you killed it, and now its purpose is unfulfilled. Its unfulfilled purpose, so it's down here, stuck forever, unless you find it and use it. And do all this stuff. And I'm like, what? Like, okay, it was a pen, and the author chooses the pen that they use. Okay, like, author chooses the pen. So therefore, the power should be within the author, not within the pen. Because if the power's in the pen, okay, if the power is in the pen, then you cannot say that the author is the only one that can use it. Because if the power's in the pen, then anyone can use the damn pen and write something. Like, seriously, is how it works. If the power's in something, then anyone can use that something to do whatever it's made for. Like, the power in Excalibur. Well, it was used for something else when it was meant for something else because the power was in the sword, not in the person holding it. Like, it was turned into the chalice or whatever, and the whole first Dark One thing happened because the power was in the sword and not in Merlin himself, who used the sword. So if the power wasn't in the sword, then all the crap wouldn't have happened. But the power was in the sword. So, therefore the same thing could be said about the damn pen. The power was in the pen, so you don't need the author to use the pen. That's just a glorified name. The author. No, it's the pen. I mean, really. The pen. That's what it is. Just, I don't know. I think they could have come up with a better reason for the pen's essence to be down there. Like, it was him, like that part of him died because he broke the pin, which he put his power into. So, like, that part of him that was in the pin had died, so he had to go get it. Like, that makes more sense to me mentally right now. Saying it out loud, I don't know if it made sense. But I hope you guys understand what I was trying to say. If not, I might be able to explain it more in the comments below if you ask me about it. But yeah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why you haven't been getting these reviews. It's because I've been sick and sore throat and all up in here. So I am getting better now, so I only got the cough now, which is good. Let me think. I think that's it for me to talk about. I did not see the promo because I did not watch it on a TV. I watched it online, so I didn't get to see the promo, so I don't know what's happening in the next episode, which is, yeah. I mean, I usually know because I usually watch the promo with Starfire on the couch watching it on TV, but I didn't because she wasn't here, so yeah. So that's what's going on. That's what's been going on. That's what the episode was about and what I thought about those aspects that I brought up. And, yeah. I don't really have anything to talk about for future episodes except the whole Mulan thing. I mean, you guys know what I do. You guys know what I do about the Mulan thingy, but, like, you guys know how I feel about it. Like, we need to see that because they promised us, so I just want to see Mulan have a happy ending. She needs her happily ever after, and if it's with Ruby, then that just means I get more Ruby. I'd be happy about that. I mean, so yeah. I guess that's it. So, like, comment, subscribe, leave your questions in the comments, and I will answer them. And yeah, so I'm sorry once again that this is late. But yeah, been having a lot of issues in life currently, but things will get back on track. Okay. Love you all. Thank you for watching, and until next time, be careful, dearie, because magic always comes with a price.